So how come it says 4 days ago?
I can hear you.
Mute yourself.
I'm muted.
You can still hear him?
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 40 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast. We are back in the building. Dot is back in the building. I'm here. I'm Malcolm. That's Dot.
Building.
Thank you guys for joining us. He is back. He has the fresh out of Vegas glow. Lost all of our money, all of the company's money at the craps table.
Facts.
Okay? We need more money, guys. We need your super chats. We need your donations. $20 next time. Make it 40. All that good stuff. Now I'm joking. We're back. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Great to be here again, once home. Vacation was much needed, and I'll get into all of the details of the vacation itself, you know what I mean, which was amazing, really, really amazing.
All right. So thank you guys for joining us here. We appreciate you. My weekend was cool. You know, that was,
Okay, were you doing that 75 hard, right?
Yes, I am. I'm on day 8.
I'm calling this 75 pause.
Listen, man. When you are secure in your manhood, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever. It is kind of a pause-worthy thing, though. But yeah, 75 hard challenge. I'm on day 8. So
Let
it's
me
been
clap
cool.
that up, man.
Thank you.
Explain to the people, people who are part of our membership, they understand. But explain to everybody else.
Oh yeah, so it's a 75-day challenge where there's a few rules. You have to work out twice a day, one inside, one outside. Rain, sleet, or snow, you got to work out outside. You got to drink a gallon of water. You got to follow any diet that you choose, but you have to follow it. No alcohol. You have to read 10 pages of a book, and you have to take a progress picture. I might be missing something, but I gotta, I have the app that I've been using. But it's 75 days straight. So I'm on day 8. I got sick day 5 or 6. It was getting low. It was getting weird, but I'm back at it. I'm here.
Well, I'm proud of you for getting this started because
Thank you.
it's about transformation and what you're gonna learn. Like just like when we did the UX 90, we did 90 straight days.
Yeah.
We were learning so much about ourselves in reflections of ourselves. So somebody else might come on in that 90-day period and they having a problem or issue, and you go, wow, that happened to me. And so we were solving things, but the discipline of 90 straight days, whether it was a holiday, no matter what it was, we were in there and we were working and it was transformative. And so anytime you focus for 75 days, no matter what,
Yeah.
rain, sleet, snow, you get that done, it's amazing. I decided to piggyback off that and do a 75-day challenge. What are we saying, Ma? We're starting September 1st. And so anything that you, because revelation is everything. The one person you cannot lie to is yourself. Look in the mirror and say, what could you improve on for 75 days straight? Now, I'm going to write mine on a piece of paper, put it in an envelope and seal it without telling people what it is. Because a lot of times we'll be talking, and it'll lose this vibratory frequency because you have haters who want to see you fail, who are projecting energy your way. You know, we're in a situation where energy and how to project energy is greater than you think it is. And so I'm going to seal mine. And at the end of the 75 days, I'll reveal the 3 or 4 things that I was working on. And I'll begin to chronicle where I feel I went wrong. What's the significance of 75? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Whoever started this challenge, that's what he chose.
Yeah, I
so,
think,
you know,
because I think, you know, there is this thing where, like, you know, it takes 21 days to build a habit.
Right.
And then we also have the 12-week, the quarter, the 90-day thing.
Yes.
So I'm assuming it's just kind of one of those arbitrary numbers that he picked, like, yo, 75 days, like, let's just see. The guy's name is Andy Frisella. He's a CEO of a supplement company. And he started the challenge. Marcus finished his last year, and I thought it was super tough. So on my Instagram, on my TikTok, my personal TikTok, and the School of Excellence YouTube channel, I've been documenting it every day.
Nice.
So that's where some people have been kind of like following me along, and that's been cool. And I'm usually very against talking about your goals out loud.
Right.
Because it does something to the brain where you kind of trick yourself into thinking you already achieved it.
Right.
People hitting you up like, yo, bro, I'm proud of you. And I didn't finish it. You get what I'm saying? So you can easily get caught up into that. And that's with any goal. If you tell somebody you're writing a book, they'll tell you, I'm proud of you. And you didn't do nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Or you tell somebody, I'm going back to school. I'm proud of you. And you should feel good about it, but you didn't finish yet. Finish and then get that praise. So that's why I'm usually against it. But for the sake of trying to inspire, for the sake of trying to keep me accountable, I am going to document it in public.
And another thing is, don't look at it as 75 days. This is what you mentioned, I think, after day 7. Just look at it as 1 day at a time. Because if you look at the 75 days, you'd be like, man, I'm a long way. When we started the 90-day challenge, bro, by day 4, I was like, yo, this is just day 4. We got 86 more of these to go. And so you have to remove that and come into every day as a new day. And we've lost our ability collectively to do that. I'm going to talk about that when we start talking about Investfest and things of that nature. When we get into that and start unpeeling, you know, aspects of that. So if you want to go on that challenge, you don't even have to tell nobody. It's your challenge. We're starting, again, Sunday, because Sunday is the 1st. We're going to, you know, go in, and if everything ends right, it end right around Thanksgiving. I get to eat, shit,
man. Like, no alcohol. I got a birthday coming up. You got a birthday coming up.
Oh. Tomorrow's a holiday. What do you mean a birthday?
Yeah, you got a birthday coming up.
So tomorrow is August 27th. It's my birthday.
Yes.
If you don't want to go to work that day, don't go to work.
Say
You
it's Dot's
tell 'em
birthday.
It's Black Dot's Day, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to work.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Mama, put my Cash App up because people like to be hitting me on my birthday. They be like,
True.
hey, Dot, here's a little something for you, Dot. I'm
Yeah.
like, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Right?
And
now,
yeah, and I was because I like when I first decided to challenge, I'm like, damn, I can't drink. I can't drink anyway. My lady's having a baby. I can't drink.
well, you can drink. She can't drink.
Well, I like to drink with her.
But fuck
You know
that.
what I'm
You be
saying?
like, you
If
know, I'm
we
having a
do-
new goddamn baby, man. It's getting hard out here, man. Shit, you know?
I like to drink with her, so
So
but
you-
that makes it easier.
Well, it does make it easier. It does.
It's easier. You know what
Now, I'm
saying?
turning 56. So, like, I'm thinking, when do I have to start referring to Mama Dot as my old lady?
Old lady. That's my
That's
old
my
lady.
old lady. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, that's my old lady. I'm trying to
Old lady.
figure
You
out
can do that
when
now.
did I hear my uncle and them start that. Oh, hey, that's my nephew. That there, my old lady. You know,
You can do that now.
and start calling Mama Dot my old lady.
Yeah.
Now, let's get to this trip.
Yes. Tell us about Vegas.
All right, Vegas. First of all, we were staying at the Cosmopolitan.
I heard that's a
Right.
nice one.
This is a nice one. This ain't, like if you were staying down at the Flamingo, like you gotta pack all your luggage with you every time you leave the room. Like you could be going out to lunch, you gotta pack all your shit and leave because you'll come in and all your shit will be gone at the Flamingo. And the people who investigate and be the one who stole your shit, like what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, right, the camera was missing. How much
Yeah.
was that camera worth? So we were at a nice hotel. You know what I mean? And thank you. Happy birthday, Strong. I don't know what's going on here. Mama Dot pointing me down. Oh, picture of the hotel. Oh yeah, that's it. It's when I tell you, it's state of the art in this hotel. Everything bossed out, right? Now, here's the thing about this hotel too. Everything is expensive in this hotel. Everything. Like Odyssey got to her room, honey, and she grabbed a pack of like cookies, like a famous
Yeah.
Amos cookies, and she came in our room, and I'm like, whoa, because they have the snack bar. Those cookies were $12 for a dollar
What?
pack of cookies. Now, that's not the crazy part. So once we up on it, now late at night, I was thirsty. I
Yeah.
opened the fridge, I grabbed the Sprite, and I grabbed some Pringles, and I said to me, I know this is $30, right?
Yeah. This is
I'll get down in the morning, go get a Sprite and some Pringles and replace it. No. They knocked on the door that morning and had exactly the shit that I took. Like they got some sensors or something.
Oh,
and they
nah, I
said,
don't like that.
Here's a
Nah,
Sprite,
nah.
here the Pringles. And so you can't even hustle them. There are no microwaves in this hotel. Not like, in your
Yeah.
room or you go to the 8th floor and there's like no, everything in there you buying. Even in the refrigerator, only thing they had was a freezer section. You can't even put waters in there because it's just a freeze unless you on it. There ain't no vending machines in the lobby, like down on the 4th floor to get a
that's
soda.
too rich for my blood, man.
No, this is what I'm telling you. We ate in the first night because we were tired. We traveled. It was $350 for a dinner of 4. And they came through fancy with the trays and bling bling and laid everything out in silver and iron. And I said, well, how much was that, boo? $365.
God damn.
We just got there 15 minutes. We in the hole. All right? Check this out. Normally you go to a hotel and they reserve, they hold a few dollars for incidental. These motherfuckers held over $2,000 in case some shit happened.
And what I do?
And Mama Dot lost it. Like, that's my spending money. Like, I can't even do shit here now. I'm just held hostage in this goddamn room. Yo, this is what I'm trying to tell you what's going on here. This shit is crazy, right?
Oh my god.
Right now, of course the rooms are amazing and all of that. Fellas, this is just for the fellas. When you go to these hotels, right? They only have white washcloths, right? Use it, and you'll thank me later. Because there be like dirt behind places you didn't even know existed that only a white washcloth can reveal to you. I was like, holy shit. How long has that been back there? Yes? You at home and you got the blue cloth and this and that, and you not handling. The hotel is very revealing. They have a vanity light in there, Malcolm. Like that really, really comes into your face. And I had to say, holy shit, I really am ugly. Them kids in middle school were not lying. My Lord. So that's all the fancy stuff, jacuzzis, you know, all that kind of shit. Me and Eli had scooters. VIP when we got there. Oh, side note, when we got there, the line to check in was so goddamn long, right? Now, the thing I love about my wife, see, what may turn you on about your wife, and this, everybody got their thing. When my wife is handling business, I am turned the fuck on. Come on, stop, Dot. Be serious every now and then. She's handling business. She's counting up the shit, this and that. She walked into the gold platinum section of the hotel. She ain't supposed to be in there. She walked in there. Eli was in there sitting down, and she was like, do I have gold platinum status? And they said, no, you don't. But they saw Eli, and this was a transgender person. Clap that up. He said, but because you are here, I'm going to help you. See, this is the privilege of disability and Mama Dot. Mama Dot thinks she belong places she don't belong.
Yeah.
And I love that because that's how I feel, right? And so we skipped the line. They brought out me and Eli's scooters, and me and Eli were set, right? So what I learned about this scooter is this, Malcolm, and I'm not going to bore you too much longer with this. There are certain privileges that people in scooters get that regular people don't get.
Right.
I'm coming through, dee, beep, beep, me and Eli. People are moving out the way. What you need, brother? All right, come on through. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all all right? Me and him. We going to the front of the line and shit. And it was a beautiful thing that you don't realize that these are privileges, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
I even saw like a few ladies looking at me like, oh, he's cute, but I wonder if he's a paraplegic below the waist too. Like, you know, that's a waste of a good man. So I had to stand up a couple of times, Malcolm.
Like, just to show.
Yeah, let me get a rum and coke and grab my nuts. Let me get a couple of pretzels and shit. Every now and then you have to stand up and let them know, nah, man, this ain't what you think it is. So, long story short, other than that, we had a fantastic time. I lost money. We hooked up with Yolanda from our UX90 group. She came out. She rocked with us for a little bit.
Oh.
I taught Eli how to gamble. We lost a little bit of cash.
All right.
Not too much, but I was expecting him to be able to get his Rain Man on.
Yeah.
You know, and just start spazzing out and figuring out numbers and shit.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. And Eli's very tight about his cash.
Yeah, he don't.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, he don't play.
So we lost there. But we did go see a lot of different ventures. Mama Dot and Odyssey went to a club with DJ Mustard on the ones and twos. And they said it was slamming in there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Me and Eli were at the pool, and I don't mean to be funny, but I didn't know, like, ass cheeks out is the new thing. Yeah. You know, when I grew up, everybody was covered. Yeah. No, everybody had their ass cheeks out, and I was confused. That goes to show you how old school I am and the way these people like see their bodies and shit. And so me and Eli sat staring at ass cheeks all at the pool and shit. We couldn't avoid it. It was unavoidable. Now, on the way home, right, my hand was itching, and in the airport, they have the casinos.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let me give it one more shot. And I won $125.
Nice.
I cashed that shit out right away. I said, give me my cash, lady.
Yeah, I need that now.
I need that now. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I felt like a winner
Yeah.
after losing, if that makes any sense.
That's what's up. That's
So
what's
if you
up.
get a chance to go out to Vegas, do that. Do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So let's, I guess, get to some stuff.
Okay, yeah. That was just, I wanted to bring everybody up to speed. We'll do a
stuff
roll
now.
call later sometime.
Yes, when we get back.
You ready for this?
Let's get it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So you want to talk about Breonna Taylor?
Yeah, let's get to that.
So the judge in the Breonna Taylor case ruled that her cause of death was due to the boyfriend's actions of shooting at the police, and the judge also lowered the cops' charges because remember it came out that they had falsified their reasoning for getting that warrant in the first place.
Right.
So the judge knocked down those charges and then placed the blame, but said that her death was because of his actions. If he never shot, they wouldn't have shot back, and then she wouldn't have died. I thought that was crazy. And in the middle of an election cycle, remember the Breonna Taylor situation during the last election cycle. If we're being honest, during the last election cycle was a big stopping point. Say her name, all of that stuff. That was what was happening. And now it's kind of like they reconjured that situation back up by placing the blame on him. So that was crazy.
The audacity of them to say the black man who was there protecting her.
Yeah.
Yes? These people didn't identify themselves according to other witnesses. So he was letting that thing go as he was supposed to. And they're going to blame the death on him. It's criminal. The fact that they didn't have a search warrant or it was illegal for them to be there in the first place should be enough for you to understand what was really going on, right? The case may be a little deeper than we anticipated. That might have been a hit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That might have been a hit based on information known, because these are dirty cops, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's very dirty cops, and they go back and they try to clean things up and make things look neat. And for a judge to say that, I'm highly, highly disappointed because how does that affect civil case, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With her family maybe fighting a civil case. And what does it mean for these police officers? Do they have an opportunity to get their jobs back? Are they exonerated to a certain level?
Yeah.
And so I find it criminal for a judge to have that kind of power and to look at this case and say, these police officers who shouldn't have been there, who were unannounced, still have the right of way, so to speak, to violate you. And in your defense, this is what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people we covered the story about black man who beat up that white dude who was harassing his family. He died.
Yes.
And he didn't want to take it to trial because he said, "Yo, like the system is not for me."
He looked at it and said, "I'd rather do these 3 years, come home and have an opportunity to still then go to trial. They turn me into the criminal."
Yep.
Right? Black man beats up white guy, and now I'm away for 15 to 20 years and lose my family. Tough. And how many black men take these lesser so-called charges. They plead deals, even
Yeah.
though they know they're innocent.
Yeah.
Right? Very tough situation.
That is super tough and sad. So, this in this situation, in the Breonna Taylor situation, I'm really curious to see how it is going to turn out, because the fact that, like, if you trying to talk about like cause and effect, if he wouldn't have shot, they wouldn't have shot back and killed her. Well, if you wasn't there, I wouldn't have had an opportunity. I wouldn't have needed to shoot.
Absolutely.
So, how far are we going back?
Right. Because if the police officer shoots one of their own while chasing you, the shit is
Yeah.
your fault.
It's your fault too. Yes.
Shit is
yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so that is a true violation of rights. And something needs to be done about that. And right
Absolutely.
around election time, you're reopening wounds
Yeah.
and, traumatizing events that took place with this young girl. And again, you wasn't supposed to be there. You were unannounced. What were you doing there?
Yeah.
And the officer who came around the back and shot up through the window from the back, right?
Right. Yep.
All violations that need to be addressed, and her attorneys need to appeal immediately.
Yeah, and see if you can get another judge, because that's
Yes.
You know what I
Yes. Get this judge
Speaking of-
thrown off this case.
Speaking of elections, so the DNC was last week, and it's funny because everybody who I talked to regarding the DNC, they all say the same thing, like, yo, production was crazy. It looked like it was so much fun. Like, they were having a ball out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what else, guys? Like,
Yeah.
what did they talk about?
And
What did they discuss? And they brought out Obama, and they brought up Michelle and Barack Obama at the last minute to kind of clean it up. And both of them are dynamic speakers. We know that,
Yes.
right? So they can make anything look good. They can make anything sound horrible. But the thing that like really befuddles me is the fact that they're talking about somebody, and they're talking about the country in a way that you would think he is the current president and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You would think he's still there. He hasn't been here.
Right. Even,
Right, and then-
even Kamala saying on day one, when I get in, I'm going to change this. Well, bitch, you in now. What do you mean on day one? You're the
And then-
vice president,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So subliminally, you're saying you got to clean up Biden's shit, right?
Yep.
You're the vice president. And even, Oprah and them coming out saying, don't trust these millionaires. Aren't y'all millionaires and billionaires? So the double talk in
Yeah,
this
it's crazy.
is really, really crazy.
Yeah.
And when you sprinkle in the performances and, that need to be there, you bring out the Central Park 5 and all of that shit. And you're creating, it's amazing how easy it is to get over on black people.
On black people and Democrats specifically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of just easy, like, layup stuff you can throw at a Democratic, because they kept saying, yo, Democrats, that's the party of fun. They putting party back in the Democratic Party. Like, dog, people can't afford their rent.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
people, when they go to grocery stores, things are 10 times the price that they were years, prior to. Like, that's what people should be, up in arms about. That's what we should be caring about, right? And then we also, like, because I see the response going, because obviously people are going, well, yo, she's in there right now. Like, Biden and them is in there right now. Why couldn't they make these changes, immediately? And then the response is, well, they had to clean up all the damage that Donald Trump put in. I'm like, all right, let's just play around, okay? So Obama was in there for 8 years, and it took 4 years to undo all of that, and then you can't undo that in your 4 years. Like what are we talking about?
It's double talk.
That's it.
That's all it is.
That's it.
None of them are ever going to do anything. And I'm tired of saying that, but what I do notice is this. If you are not a Democrat, in people's minds, you are automatically a Republican, right?
Yes.
What it says, what it speaks more to, Malcolm, is choice is an illusion between those with power and those without. If the only two choices you think you have in life are the two choices they present to you, then you have no choices. So what you're doing is you're settling for one slave master over another. You don't have the mental capacity and fortitude to say, I'm not participating in any of it. Just like if you're a Republican, that must mean you're against the Democrats, right? So we have created this or that mentality about everything we do. Everything we do. If you don't like Kendrick Lamar, you love Drake, right? If you don't like this, you must like that. And it goes to show you just how bad it is for us when we don't have no choices, and we think we don't have no choice, but the two choices they put in front of us.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part for me. Like, we can't go, wait a minute, I'm not with none of this shit. None of this shit makes any sense to me. But you have to be careful because the mind is a funny thing. Once it's programmed to think we all must be Democrats or you must be a Republican, it really muddies up and sullies up your ability to have real conversations with people about the conditions that we are in. And they all use the same shit. Yo, the first 4 years, I got to clean up that shit. And then the next 4 years, and then when Obama had 8 years and nothing got cleaned up. Nothing.
Yeah. Like, I remember, because it's, and the reason why I said this would have been a better discussion, right? All of this whole election cycle, if there were just two new candidates.
Yes.
Two completely, quote unquote, independent candidates.
Right.
Because at one end, you're telling me your Trump presidency will destroy the world. We just went through 4 years of him.
Right.
Right. So you can't give me that fear because I just did it. I'm here.
And we survived.
We survived. You can't scare me like that. Right. And then you can't say, when I get in, Kamala, when I get in, I'm going to change everything. You in now.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like we've experienced all of this. So I have nothing to compare and contrast to. So both of your points are weak.
And watch this. Kamala didn't even go through the primaries.
That too.
So
and they're talking about stealing democracy and democracy at risk. They just
pushed her along. They laid in the cut. They knew what they were going to do the whole time. Instead of her going, because the last time she was in the primaries, she did so bad.
She got smoked. That's why she's avoiding interviews and press conferences now.
Right. So to avoid that this time, we're going to surpass the democratic process of having you get it out the mud. You know, the packs of money that come through to support. She just using money that Biden already collected and bypass, and they're gonna use the bullshit of, well, we didn't know this was gonna happen. Biden suddenly resigned. That's a goddamn lie. That's a coup.
Yeah.
And they knew that was gonna happen. So in order to avoid all of that bullshit, because had she went through the primaries, she wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
She didn't make it 4 years ago.
4 years ago, that happened.
Right? So what will make you think, and she's the worst goddamn vice president I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because she's never been around. Now she's going to tell me she's not the czar of the goddamn immigrant situation. And when she gets in on day one, whoa.
Yep.
So, guys, we have to stop just kind of walking our brain through the same shit every 4 years and expecting some new shit to take place. You have to start believing that you have more choices than what they're offering you.
Yeah.
That's the key to it. Because
Yep.
if all we have is if you go through door 1, I run shit. If you go through door 2, I run shit. So you just throw your hands up and be like, let me go for the lesser of the
Yeah.
2 and go down this door, and you still
Yeah.
get slammed. This is deep stuff. Deep stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
So all the people, DL Hughley, all of them.
Oh, they all work
Yeah.
for the same company called Reach Media. Look it up.
Oh.
So DL Hughley, Smiley, all of them. The girl who be crying and shit, she
Ooh.
lied on that football player. What's her name?
Football player. Amanda Seals?
Yeah, Amanda Seals. All of them work for a company called Reach Media, which is owned by the Democratic Party. Okay, so all of them have to come out at some point, and the whole mission statement of Reach Media is just that, to reach black people wherever they are. So they're sitting in these seats and acting like this is their opinion, and they're all getting paid.
Got
All
you.
of them.
Angela Rye. Okay.
Angela Rye, look it up. All of them, Reach Media.
Okay,
is what it's
I
called.
gotta check that out. I got a rabbit
it
hole to
out.
go down now. I gotta check that out.
You're gonna see
Speaking
all
of Angela
kind
Rye,
of names, huh?
It's not Angela Rye. Speaking of damn it, I just had her name. What's her name? Amanda Seals. She almost got the pause put on her by one of our subscribers, one of our viewers. Shouts out Slauson Girl, huge blog and podcast out there in LA, and she almost had to put the pause on Amanda Seals yesterday. Yeah. So shouts out to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Urban X don't play that. We everywhere.
Yeah.
I get you touched.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Shout out to Isaac, who I met today when I was at the park with Noble. He was with his kids.
Shout out Isaac.
Shout out to Isaac. Yeah, he told me him and his wife are subscribers. They watch us. So shout out to you.
I love it. I love it. That means we're growing.
Yeah.
Wherever we go. You know.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to some more stuff.
Let's do it.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So over the weekend, a clip went viral of Dr. Umar Johnson. He was on somebody's podcast, and he was on this podcast. I don't know what the podcast's name, but I know the person who he was debating, Mouse Jones, who I'm really not fond of. Like, I really am just not. However, I thought the conversation was interesting.
Okay.
Because they were talking about the impact of hip hop in the last 50 years. Now, Mouse Jones, he was bringing up the jobs and the career opportunities that hip hop has birthed as a result. Fashion, not just as a rapper, but fashion, podcasters, media, stuff like that. People who work the cameras, hip hop as an industry like that. Umar now, he said, well, hip hop hasn't done anything for the black community as an industry, hasn't done anything for the black community. We've had these conversations up here, and while I want to disagree with the both of them, because again, both of them, they have their stuff with them, I think they both were having two different conversations, and they both were right in their respective conversations. So as far as Mouse Jones, right? He's right. As far as different like jobs and opportunities, career opportunities birthed from hip hop as a result of just us being able to bypass normal gatekeepers to put on a camera and podcast about hip hop, right? To get a drum machine or to get a mic, to be able to just create on my own, right? To be able to start a hip hop blog on my own, to be able like that stuff, or to be a manager, to be an intern at one of these labels, stuff like that. He is correct, right? Now, when Umar got up and he was going off about hip hop has done nothing but made a few people rich, he is talking about the larger picture in which we've talked about, right? He's talking about, yes, those jobs exist, and yes, a few people have made money, right? The Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, the Dr. Dre's, Snoop Dogg, a few Kanye's, a few people have made a really large lump sum of money. But as far as the black community goes, hip hop, we don't own it, right? So all these people make money, but they answer to them. And after 50 years, the fact that we still have to answer to them says a lot. So
I agree.
And like I said, both of them were having two different conversations, and they both were right in their respective conversations.
Umar was also speaking of the collective of our people.
Yes.
Like we have, for everybody that got a job, 15 people probably went to jail
right.
chasing a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? How many women were you know what I'm saying, running the ground? How many dudes got shot, killed? How much drugs was sold? Chasing something that hasn't uplifted us. And Umar's also talking from an institution perspective. The fact that we can't loan each other money to make each other stronger and you know what I'm saying, grow hip hop as a culture is a problem. So jobs are handed out everywhere. Even if hip hop wasn't here, there would still be jobs. The fact that you can use under the guise of hip hop that these jobs exist is something totally different. I thought Mouse was being, that's his name, Mouse Jones?
Yeah.
Was very linear in his approach, even saying the drug dealer has an intricate part in our community for the economy, which is true if you want to be technical about it. But look at the effects that the drug dealer has on the community as a whole. So they're having a conversation on two different levels, and because there isn't a middle ground, it looked like they were yelling at each other and they looked a little crazy. But I understood sometimes you have to be able to sift through that and hear both points and go, I get what he's saying, but his views are very short-sighted. And I get what Umar's saying in the grand scheme of after 50 years, with all of the millionaires and billionaires coming in, that we don't own no banks, no hospitals, no real good institutions of learning that can help take this to another level. Now, it doesn't mean individual pockets of people aren't doing something, but after 50 years of being the greatest music the world has ever seen from a spiritual, economic, and social base, we should have more to add to have to show for the work that we put in. But when all the smoke clears, the Israel agents, you know what I'm saying, are still where they are.
And real quick, I gotta get at somebody. So on Joe Budden's podcast, they were talking about this, and I got a headache. I got a headache from listening to them. Like with zero depth to really discuss some of these things, right? So Joe, and I have two separate points. So Joe, as a former rapper, as a podcaster, again, as somebody who's found his way as a result of hip hop, and he's stayed in hip hop, right? He has stayed in it and has been able to make money, has been able to feed his family. He said, hip hop saved my life. I can't disagree with Umar anymore because it has saved my life. One of his co-hosts, Ish, said, facts. He's wrong because look at Kanye. He was able to marry Kim Kardashian and create generational wealth. And I was really struggling to see the connection in what Kanye did with Kim as opposed to what Umar said when it came to hip hop not doing anything for the black community.
That makes no damn sense at all.
And these people, like, I was like really, like, my head was hurting. Like, I was completely flabbergasted at that point. But I want to get back to Joe's point over a little bit. Not his point specifically, but what I've noticed, and you've talked about this just now when it comes to this or that, right? Everybody now, we all we like to think we're objective in our thinking, but we all are identifying as something. You could have great conversations with
That is
people,
correct.
and then the minute you say something about something they identify as, conversation's over. Right? Joe is a former rapper. He's a podcaster, so he's not even hearing that conversation. He's not hearing any nuance in that conversation. He's not hearing anything, right? I could say something about, I could be talking about the new learning curriculums in school. My mother's a teacher. She will not adhere. She will not listen to me because she identifies as a teacher.
Yes. Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So everybody has these things that they identify, and you like to think that you're objective, but because that's all we have now. We have community, and we have people who are like us, and we latch onto those with everything, and that is kind of stifling the conversation, I think.
Not only that, Malcolm. If anything is feeding you, you have a bias toward it, right? It's
Yeah,
people
facts.
who protect the drug dealers in our neighborhood for years.
Facts.
Right? Because the drug dealer was not allowing my ribs to touch. So there are people in the industry. It's an industry of, like you said, DJs, programmers, mixers, who will tell you that this is the greatest thing that
Right.
ever happened to black people.
Right.
Right? And they would not be wrong from their
Right.
perspective. They were able to take advantage of something because hip hop now, first of all, I'm doing a 12-part series on Neely Fuller's books, like, the 9 areas of people activity. I'm going to call it Hip Hop in the 12 Areas of People Activity. The original 9, I'm going to add health, I'm going to add the digital boom, and the last one will be spirituality. That's going to be for the members because this runs right up those alleys. When we have to unpeel this from an economic standpoint over 50 years, because the data is there.
Yeah.
A few people, this is a science. They allow a few people to succeed.
Right.
A few other people become a part of the ecosystem to keep it alive while the majority get locked out. It's like basketball, right? Now,
Right.
the industry of basketball is far greater than basketball itself. What do I mean by that? Selling sneakers, basketballs, basketball sleeves, nets,
Camps.
tournaments, camps.
Yep.
That stuff is the ecosystem because only a few people are going to make it to be successful as NBA. And just like in
Right.
any industry. So they
Right.
work hand in hand. Sure, they can always show you an example of successful hip hop people who never had a record deal because I was behind the scenes and I was able to pay my bills. But what was the lasting effect over 50 years? Did it elevate us or did it set black people back? Because we are at war.
Right.
We are at war, and because you get a few dollars doesn't mean that the war has stopped or the war's not going on. We are at war psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, you name it. We are under attack. And they have to let a few people in because it would look crazy if they didn't.
Right.
So that's why you're always going to have a few successful black people and this and that, but that's where the boule came in. That's how they became the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys in. You just got to keep the rest of these people at bay. You know what I mean? And that's the way the system is set up. So everybody can be right within that based on your perspective.
Facts.
And that's what makes it interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
All right, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. We're gonna talk about Investfest and if we still need stuff like that. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Welcome to Turn a New Leaf, where we believe in the power of nature to heal and transform. In a world filled with synthetic solutions, we offer a different path. A path rooted in ancient wisdom. Just as every leaf in nature has the potential to change and grow, so too do we have that potential and power to transform our lives. Our mission is simple: empowering individuals to reclaim control of their health. Behind every product is our team that is dedicated and committed to harnessing the power of nature to provide you with safe, effective solutions. So whether you're looking to support your immune system, improve your digestion, lose weight, or simply enhance your overall well-being, we have something for you. So take the first step on your journey to optimal health. Visit our website today and start turning a new leaf with Turn a New Leaf. Nature's solution for a healthier, happier you. See you on the other side of health.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, sending infinite thanks to your higher selves, your legions of angels, your ancestors, your spirit animals, and divine source itself for allowing us to continuously connect in this time and space. I am so grateful to be a beautiful vessel to assist you on your journey and help facilitate healing. Be sure to visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, where you can view my blogs, exclusive videos, and schedule all of your services. I can also be reached at 786-828-8722. Be sure to also view my YouTube channel, where I have hundreds of videos for you on your spiritual journey. Thank you so much, wealthy family. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.
Hi, this is the Black Dot, and I'm running for president. As your president, I promise to bring you the leadership that this country deserves. I promise to be tough on police brutality, and that includes Karens. I plan to be great when it comes to health care for the elderly and the disabled. I promise to help minorities get small business loans, because Black lives do matter. The Black Dot promises to provide leadership that this country has never seen before. Assata Shakur, come on home. I also promise to help students lower their tuition so that going to college and furthering their education is not a burden. After 400 years of struggling in this country, reparations is on the way. That I can promise you. I promise to be better than the candidates that are available. Look at the candidates who are available. One is senile, and one asks you to drink bleach. That's right, bleach. This is the Black Dot. When you go to the polls, write in my name. This is the Black Dot, and I approve this message. All right.
That was fun. Black Dot president.
Black Dot for president, time to get. I'm running my same campaign. The same candidates is basically running. I ain't even got to update my campaign. That's what it is. Black Dot for president. Clap that up. All right. Let's get it rocking. Speaking of presidency, our brother Omar hit me up, and he's running a special for readings. All right, let me get the information right. Election protection, a written personal reading with Omar.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And he's running, I've never seen his prices this low. $74 for reading. And if you mention Urban X, it's $75. Check that out. Yeah. Price goes up. Mention us, it's 75, nigga. You know? And visit obadina.com or what's that say? Instagram.com, Obadina Productions, to purchase. And this sale will be going on from now until the election. And so that you can be prepared for things that are coming, things that, so if whatever happens, certain things will never change in your life. You still got to prepare. Regardless of what these devils is doing, you still have to prepare a certain way. So, and I'm going to tell you, when Oba bring that little man out, it's a wrap. And so I've never seen his prices this low. I want you to take full advantage. Obadina.com, or hit him up at Obadina Productions on Instagram. Get on his calendar and allow him to do what he do coming into this year. Let me also mention, did I mention this is my birthday? I'm not sure. Did I mention that?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
You
yeah,
didn't do
it
it.
is my
Do it
birthday
again.
tomorrow. And me and Mama Dot are going out. She's gonna take me to get my feet done by the Chinese people.
As you should.
They do a really, really good job. But the last time I was there, I had some issues with my feet. They was like, you have a monkey pox. Well, why didn't I know, dude? You charge extra. I charge extra for your feet. You got a monkey pox. See, I'm going to have that translator in my ear this time, Malcolm. Because, they got the little earplug joint.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be listening. This guy's feet is fucked up. Like he must have been a slave or something. And, god damn, we're going to have to charge him extra. And then I'm going to be like, yo, what we talking about, son? And put my shit back in Chinese. Like, no, don't do me like that. But they do a really, really good job. So I'm very simple this year. Mama Dot will take me out to get that done. And I will have a great, great time doing that.
And also,
Yes.
support those businesses, turnanewleaf.com,
Yes.
ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. I just re-upped on my vegan protein because I'm doing this 75 hard challenge. So I just
Right.
read up on that as well.
Yeah,
So.
shout out my cousin Jasmine Alexis. I put her link in the chat. She offers these services called Men, M-E-R, Burrs Only, where she's doing beards, massages, a lot of stuff. I'm going to get her to actually do a commercial for me so you can see just how dope what it is she's doing. That's my niece. And I'm going to blow her up too. So that's Oba. Got that popping off for $74. $75 if you mention us. And yep, so that's what it is. Let's get back to work.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Investfest was this past weekend,
Yes.
right? I saw the pictures, I saw videos and stuff like that. And I just had I remember the first time they had it, I said, yo, that's going to be dope, right? Investfest. Like, what do you think about, you're going to learn about how to invest and stuff like that. But these conferences, the bigger they get, I'm starting to feel like they're losing the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been listening to a lot of people who went this past weekend, and they are starting to feel the same way. Like, I'm not learning anything. I'm hearing a lot of motivational talk. I'm listening to a lot of ultra successful people, but as far as the ins and outs, the tangible things to go home and do, I'm really not getting. Mm-hmm. So are these conferences needed still? Charles said he went. He said it was dope. What do you think?
Okay,
As somebody who didn't go.
I'm gonna peel this back a little bit. Originally, when I watched Earn Your Leisure, it was something organic about what they were doing, right? They were coming as the people to teach the people. So I felt they were connected to the people. I no longer feel that way. I feel that there is a great distance between them and the actual people they were trying to help. So my views on it is this, and I want to be clear because I'm going to be labeled as a hater, but I have to say it as somebody who's been in business 5 or 6 years, right?
8.
8 years, but like really like, you know, the nuts and bolts, about a good 6 years when we started taking it serious, right? And so I want to exclude the vendors, right? Because if you're there vending, you already have a sense of business. You already understand commerce, merchandise, promotion, how to put the display together and offer your services. So I want to put that over here. You at least have an idea how that gets done.
Right.
I want to talk about the people who paid $250, $300 to sit way in the back at a conference where all you're actually looking at are these TV screens because you are so far removed from the stage, right? Now, financially, the distance between you and Steve Harvey is even greater. It's an astronomical distance between you, who most of you don't even have an LLC, and what Steve Harvey is talking about on the stage. You follow? And so all of that distance in between, if it's not filled with nuts and bolts, courses to help you get closer, you know what they're selling? A dream, right? So they're filling the stage with a bunch of people. It's the same play they running in the DNC, the Democratic National. Bring a bunch of celebrities out here. These celebrities are going to hit all the buzzwords, generational wealth. Generational wealth? How about wealth? You see what I'm saying? How about we get a little bit of wealth before I start thinking about generational wealth? Or you need to invest in your future, and you could be the first millionaire in your family, and all of that bullshit. Okay, I'm being very clear. I thought about this for 3 hours today, so I don't want you to think I'm talking out the side of my mouth. I know a grift when I see one. And that shit they're doing is nasty work. You know who got paid at the Investfest? They did.
Yeah.
Point blank, they did. You did not. For your $250, and you hearing all these motivational, if you needed to go take an airplane, right? Fly, in a lot of cases, to Atlanta, rent a car, rent a hotel, buy food, just to be motivated, then you're not ready for business anyway. You went somewhere to feel good. And if you think you're going to rub elbows from way back there with the celebrities, you are out of your mind.
Yeah.
Right? So you sat in a seat and you listened to these motivational speakers who don't even know what you're going through. There's 300 million on that stage, 400 million, 150 million, $80 million, and you don't even have an LLC. So I think it's a grift. It's a feel-good situation that you become the ecosystem of what goes to feed them. These high celebrity people come through for an appearance. They stroke your ego and they leave. That's my humble opinion. Removing the vendors. I'm not talking about the vendors. The vendors are there doing business, right?
Yeah.
So this is what I think, because now I'm watching Earn Your Leisure, and I don't know these guys. They was more down to earth. They were people oriented. You tune into their podcast. You watching. Now these niggas is glossed out. Suits on, they rubbing elbows with all the celebrities. It's almost like the celebrities scoop them up, and now the distance between the average person that really wants to learn business and them, I just feel that the distance is great. Now, I'm as somebody who's been in business for 8 years, right? It took us 8 years to make $1 million in sales, and not $1 million profit, just $1 million. So we got to pay the lease, equipment, merchandise, taxes, all of that. It ain't what you think it is. It's a lot of hard work. And I think they're missing the point because they got you swinging for the fences. Sure, you want to be where Steve Harvey is, but what are the actual steps that are going to get you there?
Yeah.
I think, this is just my humble opinion, and somebody can send this clip to them, right? I came up with two. What I've learned from hanging out with Malcolm over the last 8 years is my business mind has gotten sharper. So I can look at your business, and in 5 minutes, I can tell you what's wrong with your whole operation. I can just see it.
Yeah.
When before I didn't care because it didn't really matter to me, right? This is what I think they should do. This is my humble opinion. On day one, they should have, if your business is from $1,000 to $500,000, day one should be for you. What that means is you are now in a room filled with people just like you who know what you're going through. The speakers who are speaking to you about fundamental shit. Getting an LLC, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to do your taxes, this, that, QuickBooks and all of that. And the people who are in front of you are people who are at those stages because it builds your confidence by saying, okay, let me not look at climbing the entire mountain. Let me get my train on the track. Day two should be from people from $500,000 to $5 million. These are people whose train is on the track already. They already understand business. They understand the language. They don't have to get an LLC. They got somebody to do their taxes. They're looking to basically scale their business. And the people you put in front of them, even in that room, are people who understand the jargon already.
Yeah.
Day three should be the blowout day, right? For the big ballers who looking to scale their business, this, that, they already making millions and they need information. Now, the people from day 1 and 2 should be allowed to get the video recordings of the other days so that they could at least have that what they pay for. That's model number 1. Now, it's not etched in stone, but that's how I would do that.
Yeah.
Day 2, the other model I thought about, Malcolm, Earn Your Leisure should have Earn Your Leisure University. Rent out a college, right? For the Earn Your Leisure, for the Investfest. Listen to this, right? Now, I know school is back in during that time in the South, but there's a college somewhere that they're not using, right? Imagine building your schedule as if you were going to school for 3 days. So I know Steve Harvey and them only show up on one day, but imagine going at 11 o'clock, I got Steve Harvey. At 1 o'clock, I got Stephen A. Smith. At 3 o'clock on the schedule, I got Shannon Sharp, right? And over a 3-day period, you've taken a class to get your LLC, you know how to do QuickBooks, you took a class on marketing, you took a class on promote. You could get 10 actual classes in that 3-day period where when you walk out of that and you get on that plane ride home, you feel that you have accomplished. And in between that, you still can get a concert, you still can go down and support the vendors, but you walked away getting what you needed. Now, first come, first serve. So if you put your money up first, you get on the schedule first. If Steve Harvey class closes out.
Like real college.
Right? Real college.
Like
in a 3-day period, I think they should do that.
That would be dope.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, and you can even charge more. Instead of $300 or whatever, $500. Right?
Yeah.
I've taken 10 to 12 classes that I walked away feeling like, now I'm ready to start my business. Because the journey between your LLC and where they are on the stage is so insurmountable, you'll never get there. 99% of them people in there are gonna go home and forget what they learned and earn your leisure. Them niggas know that shit. They know that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody in there, you know what they're doing? They're upselling you on type so-and-so, text to this number if you want to take my course and this and that. And they're using all the right buzzwords because it's an emotional thing for you. You want to be successful. And these people, it's nothing they can tell you, nothing Robert Smith can tell you, and you got $1,000 that you afraid to invest in your own business. What the hell can he tell you? So you're there to party, you're there to feel good, and you're there to go home. But the only people who made any money, aside from the vendors, is them niggas. And them niggas look to be fanboys now anyway.
Yeah.
They used to hang outside to meet these celebs. Now they rolling around. These niggas got on suits and, you know, looking the part. You know our people. You heard what Bain said, Malcolm. We like our leaders to be successful, nigga.
Yeah.
So now they have taken on a role when it was a grassroots organization, just my humble opinion. That you could actually learn some stuff. And now it's about the celebrity. It's about popping bottles. I'm shaking hands and rubbing elbows.
Black excellence.
Black
quote,
excellence.
Yeah.
Right? So in my humble opinion, I know a grift when I see one.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you from experience, I've sat in 50 of these conferences where I've sat in there and they say a couple of good things and you go, I didn't need to fly out for that. I could have got that off YouTube. We're in the age of information, right? And I saw the videos of people sitting way in the back, like this. Bored. You're not going to get up to shake hands with 50 Cent and them, not from where you sitting. You're not even going to be able to get your question answered. Now, they have the VIP shit where these niggas pay $10,000 for a seat, so sure. They may get to, you know, and they did have a few things going on at once because David Shands was on at the same time as Steve Harvey.
Ah, okay.
And now, from my perspective, I would have went to see David Shands.
Yeah.
Because he's more down to earth. He's more connected to the people. And we saw him get it out of the dirt. So, and he's personable. So he can show me some things that I can use. You go to see Steve Harvey, what are you going to say?
Yeah, and what I've learned too, in just being in business, right? At a certain level, if you are reading a book on something, right? You're reading a business book on something that you've never done. It looks like another language, like it doesn't apply to you.
Yes.
Right. But once you've done it, and once you're in it, and then you get a book that's like on it, or you listening to somebody who's doing what you're doing, you're going, oh, this makes I know this makes mad sense. I get it.
Yes.
Right? So there's people, as you said, who probably just got an LLC yesterday, right?
Yes.
And you're listening to Byron Allen, or you listening, like, you don't know what the hell they're talking about.
He's speaking a whole nother language. So you're sitting there just trying to be inspired. And if you need to travel to Atlanta to be inspired, then something is wrong. Also,
and then
go ahead.
And no, because then I saw some people say, well, networking is, networking is where it's at. You need to go there and network and stuff like that. Then I would venture to say that you don't need an event that, like, it could be. I've always said networking across is way better than trying to network up starting out.
Exactly. And if we all don't have our LLC, what the fuck are we networking about? That's all I'm asking. Me and you in the same boat. We wet behind the ears trying to figure this out. The real networking is taking place with 50 Cent in them all, and you can't afford a ticket to that spot.
Yeah.
And if you can, kudos.
Yeah.
And even if you there, he might shake your hand just because you bought a $10,000 seat. Don't mean he's going to network with you.
Yeah.
The internet has opened network up. That's why we call it social media. It has opened up where you can network from the comfort of your home. Our generation don't want to do the work. This is why I'm watching my daughter, and I'm going to shout her out. Odyssey started getting a little chubby, right? She dedicated herself to the gym, and if you see her before and after pictures, she can actually start an Instagram channel and people would follow. She looks goddamn amazing. Most people, they just go to Dominican Republic
Yeah.
and go get the work done because nobody wants to put in the hard work anymore. I'm telling you from experience. Shout out the girl with the jellies and jams. What's her name, Malcolm?
Yeah. Real quick. Wipe it up. Her name was a Trade Street Jam Company. I don't know her name. I want to get her name.
Right, but I almost cried today.
Her name is Ashley Marie Rouse.
Right. I
Okay.
almost cried today when she said, I got to throw my hands up. There's nothing else. We've run through our 401k plan. We've run through our savings. We've run through this, that, and we've been on TV. We tried to get the celebrities. We're done.
Yeah.
And I understand what she means because I run business.
Yeah.
This shit ain't all what you think it is.
Yeah.
This is hard work. There's times, and I told you, when I can't get paid. And that's a fact. There's people who run small businesses who got to pay their employees before they get paid just to keep this thing running.
Yeah.
If there's something else in it afterward, I'll take a little something. I got to make sure Malcolm gets paid. I got to make sure Wifey left a 6-figure job in corporate America. Malcolm, when he started, all he needed was some damn haircut money, had a hoopty and gas money, right? That shit has changed.
Yeah.
He's got bills, he's got kids.
Yeah.
So we have to put ourselves, and we have times when we putting our heads together. You guys seeing the finished product of stuff, it's a lot of work. And I don't think Earn Your Leisure is showing that aspect when you have all of these celebrities on stage trying to show me the end result, but you're not walking me through the hero's journey of what this shit is really all about. You learn a lot about yourself when you have to feed yourself. When you got to get up every day and do 3 or 4 podcasts, post. You got to get these orders out. This shit defines character.
Yeah.
And I think they should spend more in their classes and university setting, because then you might walk out of that weekend going, this ain't for me. I'm just going to go back to my job. You know, I work for the post office. I'm more suited for that because everybody in there is not suited for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a grift and it's nasty work. In my
I look like
humble
Obama
opinion.
after his second term. You see it?
Yes, right. Look at Malcolm. Right? On his Obama shit.
Yeah, you see it.
And when girlfriend had to give up today, I damn near cried because I
Bro,
understand.
I was hurt when I saw that. I was like, damn, because I watched her post when she said, "Yo, we run out of money. We don't know what to do."
Right.
And if you watch her story, guys, right?
And that post was new. That post came out today, right?
That post came out today, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
The original post, when she talked about how things went wrong, they were up. They were doing great. They had a mix-up with the manufacturers, and then something went, like a whole shipment of stuff went bad, right?
Yeah.
And then they got away from what they were doing. They got away from Jam or something like that. That didn't work.
Hand me that
And
shirt right there, T.
they've been trying to recover since.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. They've gotten on TV. They've gotten on. They got influences, and they're still trying to recover from that, right? So, like, again, just following that, I'm just like, damn. But she's showing you the realities.
When you run a small business, if one thing go wrong, it may take you 2 years to recover.
Yeah.
A manufacturing issue, and they got this shit net 90, net 120, where you not getting your money for 120 days.
Yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to pay my bills and you gonna sell my jellies and jams?
Yeah.
And then when you call them, they still put you on hold. Mama Doc used to work in them areas. You know, where she go, all right, look, we'll get around to you. You're a small vendor. And then as a small vendor, you need your money. Big vendors, they can bullshit around, right?
Yep.
Now, we came out with the embossed hoodies. We hit lovely with them. Everybody loved. I was feeling like Virgil. I was like, I have made it big time. The hoodies are selling. We're doing well. And so I went out on the limb.
Got cocky.
I got cocky. And I came out with these. Right? These Kente joints. We still got these. We ain't recovered. Because I got these in China. I just knew. I said, listen, it's the Afrocentric shit. People gonna love it. And y'all say, all right, Virgil, since you hit big with the hoodies, and I'm giving these away now.
Yeah.
You call me, you get one. This is like $10 now, $20, right?
Yo.
We never recovered. This
From
shit
that.
put us in a hole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you real examples of how this shit works.
Guys, and then like I've been trying to like again on School of Excellence channel, I've been like really just kind of documenting what the realities of these things, right? Like we've made some mistakes, boy. Like,
and let me say this too. The original Kente cloth joints, they didn't send on time. Remember?
That happened too, yeah.
They jammed us. It was coming from China.
Yeah.
And the shipment didn't come in. And so by the time we got it, it was winter.
Yep.
Now I can't sell this shit. Now I gotta go around the cycle. And the momentum that could have been there. I'm trying to give you guys examples of real life business. You know what I mean? So when you go to earn your leisure thinking you're gonna spend $300 and come out of there and be a goddamn businessman, you're fooling yourself, and they know that. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's not a knock on them personally because I don't know them, but I watched them create something organic that was for the people. You know what I mean? And you could actually damn near reach out and touch them. And then I watched them get with them celebrities, and the ball game changed.
Yeah.
Now they don't even have time for you. These niggas is wearing Gucci suits and doing photo shoots, and now they don't have time. Now the grift is to get you in the building as a part of a grifter ecosystem to help keep their money coming in. Now they'll probably take that shit international now. Because Investfest means you have invested in their festivities. That's what the fuck you just did. You invested in their festivities. Investfest. I don't give a shit what you told me. You felt good there, this and that. Show me the tangible results of buying a $300 seat that inspired you, and they ain't even teach you how to do an LLC. All they doing is telling you about generational wealth, be the first millionaire in your family, invest in yourself, shit that you can learn on YouTube.
Ain't nothing to it, but to do it.
To do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, again, removing the vendors who are already in business, and them vending prices was crazy.
They were nuts.
$1,500 to be way in the back.
Yeah.
Right? $12,000, $12,500 to be up front. And guess where the celebrities are gonna walk through? They're not walking to the back. They come through for a photo op right up front. They buy a hat, this, that, and they keep it moving. Your ass is way in the back.
Yep.
Trying to, jump off. I'm just trying to tell you, we have to stop falling for Hopamine. The celebrity, get you into the building, put some concerts on, make you put on your best outfits and shit, and think you doing it.
Yeah.
Nah, we in the trenches. We in the mud here, bro. We about to eclipse 500 shows. And that's just the podcast. And got nothing to do with interviews, morning meetups, all the stuff we do. And we still ain't got no money.
Man. Facts.
Just keeping it a bean.
Yep.
Keeping it a bean with you. So, Earn Your Leisure need to have that girl on the stage with the jams. They need to have us on the goddamn stage.
Bro, that would have been
have us give you some real shit.
That'd have been an amazing interview if they would have had her just kind of walk through her experience, what happened, the mistakes she's made. Cause somebody could have went and like, yo, okay, bet. And like now I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She needed a bigger platform, probably because this is probably her first business, and we've heard about successful people, their first business, and it not really going the way it needed to go, or something happening.
Yeah.
So her having a platform to kind of even tell that story could probably launch something else. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking.
And she was passionate. This was her baby, bro. This was her baby. I remember, watching her and following. I'm like, that's dope, man,
Yeah.
And there comes a time, because we've even contemplated, this is another bomb, giving this shit up to. How many times we done quit on you niggas? We done show 50. We go behind the wall thinking y'all gonna follow us. Y'all don't. We start a cable show. Dude, because it's hard work. But I will say this, the love for what it is that we do always bring me back. Because I appreciate what I do, and I appreciate the support we do get. Don't get it twisted. We do appreciate it, but we've had conversations like, Malcolm has got a degree. Mama Dot got a degree. Shit, Black Dot, I'm on Social Security. I'm good. I got AARP, Social Security. I sell books. I'm a hustler. And we could just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's fact.
just something to think about. Something to think about. And I'm watching, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this. I'm watching two young ladies, two Irish women who took over an Irish deli around where I live. And 2 years ago, they had so much bounce and enthusiasm in them.
Yeah.
Now when I see them, they look dead. Because every single day they doing the same shit.
Yeah.
And so running your own business, sometimes they don't get no time off. They don't get no vacation. They just working, and the happiness that I saw when they started is gone. And that's the last thing I'll say about that. So not a slight on them brothers. I don't know them, but I know a grift when I see one. All right? All right.
So
You're listening to the sounds of Urban
going.
X.
Let's go for a minute. Yeah.
Yo, I think there is a silent war happening between Drake and Universal Music Group.
Okay. That's his label, yes?
That's his label. That's who it's signed to. They gave him 400 M's, or that was his deal. But he's been openly on his burner accounts on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, releasing a bunch of music, just releasing it. Right? Now, why would you do that? Right? And then Universal, I think they even came out and said that their revenue has been up 10% this year, and he hasn't officially released any new music. It was only like the diss records, but like as far as new albums and stuff like that. So I think that was a slight, right? So I think that was a slight to him, like yo, we could do this without you. And I think he is protesting and going, here's all my music. Here's stuff I've been working on. Take it. Now, why is this happening? I have a theory.
Okay.
Now, Universal Music, Drake is signed to Universal. Kendrick is also with Universal. And it is clear because Kendrick called that man all types of PDF files. It is clear that they took a side. And he's probably feeling a way in regards to that.
Very true.
So that could be why he's just releasing music. Because prior to that deal he signed for $400 million, if he would have went independent and started his own label, he could have literally bankrupted the music industry.
And a lot of people said that. A lot of people said the same thing, but they were not going to allow that to happen because they have him by the kahunas somehow, some way. They either got some tapes, they got some incriminating information, because it's their job to do so. I cannot have my greatest asset be able to just walk away from me and I get nothing from it. So these are old tactics that the mob and industry people been using for years. I just cannot allow you to just walk away and I get nothing. And so They have him in a situation, but he's trying to rebel because he thought he was bigger than he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't understand that the system is what was really. Again, you start believing you really who they say you are, and you're not. And
Right.
what Kendrick Lamar did, he shifted the paradigm of people's concept. Because I'm gonna be honest. Now, when I listen to Drake music, it just don't hit the same.
I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't
just
like
don't hit the same.
the
He's
stuff
gonna have
he's
to
been-
come out with some Michael Jackson type shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the
Don't-
stuff he's been like leaking. I'm just kind of okay. That was okay.
It's cool. Kendrick Lamar did an amazing job of walking this nigga down.
I got another theory.
Okay, let's go.
I think by the end of the year, we're gonna get a Big Sean and Kendrick battle.
Really?
Big Sean and Kendrick. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna
Why
say,
do
like,
you say
listen.
that?
Because there's been an ongoing joke that every time Big Sean releases some music, Kendrick steps on it. Right? Now, them two have been silently beefing since the Control record. That was Big Sean's record.
Right.
Right? And he kind of stole the shine. Big Sean came out with a song, I forget the name of it, and he basically said these lyrical rappers be saying a bunch of stuff and they never say anything. That was clearly at Kendrick. Now, Kendrick has since he put out a bunch of stuff that was basically at him, like basically like if you want to come get it, and there's nothing that's happened. Big Sean has been on a press run because he has an album coming out soon.
I don't think Big Sean could take Kendrick.
No. Listen. A lot of these rhyme flows that you're hearing, not from Kendrick, but from everybody else. Baby Keem, who is Kendrick's cousin, stuff like that. They all originate from Big Sean. A lot of that stuff.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of that originates from Big Sean. You could call it what you want, and anybody who knows rap, right?
Got you.
Do I think he will smoke Kendrick? I'm not saying that at all. I don't think so. But what I am saying is,
it'll be a better battle.
It'll be a better battle. And I'm walking back my point a little bit. I'm walking back the story a little bit. So it's been a thing that every time Sean puts out something, Kendrick steps on it. Sean was just in an interview with Charlemagne, and Charlemagne asked him about it, and he goes, "Yo, I spoke to Kendrick," and he showed text message of Kendrick apologizing. Right? That was passive aggressive. That was real. Like, I spoke to him, he apologized, and he showed Charlemagne the text message. Right? Sean just put out a song in which he sounded like the video. It looked like the Not Like Us video. The video, the rhyme flow, it sounded like Kendrick-esque, right? Kendrick, I thought, would have put out his album Top of the Summer, riding the wave of Not Like Us.
Right. He was
has
in
not.
perfect
What is he
position
waiting-
to do so.
What is he waiting for? What the fuck was that? But what is he waiting for? Right? So if he waits for, if he puts out his album around the same time Sean puts out his album,
It's
we get
on.
that battle.
Okay.
It's on.
Okay.
That's my theory.
I can
my
believe
theory.
that. Now, the Big Sean Kendrick matter would be much more potent than Drake, because Drake don't write his own stuff. We know that. Boom, boom.
No, and I'm gonna tell you, and the roles kind of flip, because Big Sean is a hermit as well.
Right.
He's a hermit as well, and Kendrick is now out. Right?
Yeah.
So
the
now-
hermits bother me. Yeah.
Right. He's now out, and now say what you want, guys. Say what you want. That Drake and Kendrick battle was muddy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was like I'm listening to all these songs. I'm like, yo, they both completely crashed out. Like, both of them.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because
right?
it was 10 years in the making.
Right. This is about the same time, dude. I'm telling y'all.
Now, let me throw something else in there, Malcolm. Don't dismiss J. Cole.
Okay.
And let me say that because J. Cole got word to stand down, because it would have been a weird three-way battle anyway. It would have got confusing. He stepped out of the way. It's sort of like on the balcony when homie said the Dr. King shot came, the Reverend said, I stepped out of the way so I don't get hit, right? So J. Cole got bars. Let's keep it clear. And those battles, Kendrick would have to roll up his sleeve a little bit more, because these guys write. And these guys study bars. And so I'm going to keep an eye on that.
Telling y'all. Telling you, that's my theory. I think before the end of the year, we see that exchange, and if Kendrick gets him, this nigga's the greatest, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Greatest, man. I don't know.
So let's
But-
go to a commercial break now,
Yes, let's take a commercial break.
and we'll be back.
All right. Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, Notep, the black man is God, and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. Yeah, I like to buy a vowel, E, and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy. I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You will walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these, new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Hotep, no tap.
Do you really want Black Dot for president? Is this what Black Dot meant when he said starting after school programs? Do we really know the truth about Alejandro?
They don't pay me. They don't let me see my family. I work a long hours. Please help me here. Black Dot say something about ice. I say I no thirsty. One day I'm gonna kill him.
The Black Dot said he would be tough on gang violence. Is he a gang member? Here is the Black Dot in his own words telling you what he would really do if he was elected president.
If I was president, I would ban alphabet soup.
Oh, jeez.
For starters, I hate alphabet soup. I would make it illegal to wear small hats. You can't wear small hats nowhere. If I was president, right? I would make it a holiday or a national proclamation that the white man is the devil. All right? I would take old people and roll them off a cliff. We don't really need them.
Have you heard Black Dot's statements on white people? Real estate agents? Chinese midgets?
Black Dot is our dad, and we're not even voting for him.
Facts.
Come November 3rd, don't vote Black Dot. Vote Black Not. This message was sponsored and brought to you by ShopUrbanX.com, where you can get the latest in urban apparel.
And we're back.
Yeah. Always somebody trying to blow up on you.
Saying
You know
Black
what I
Dot
mean?
exposed.
Black Dot exposed, want to put me out there, put my business out there. But that's what running the campaign is about.
Facts,
it ain't
facts.
always rosy. You got to get to the dirt. That Chinese chick said, Black Dot always want to pay half price.
Jeez.
Oh, man, those were fun. Absolutely.
All right.
I want to thank a couple of people. I want to thank Gerald Robinson for the Cash App, George Howell, and Jeffrey Hicks. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Shout out my man Dante out of B-More. I see you, King. Yeah.
All right, so let's get to some more stuff, man.
Let's get to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there is another tech war looming right now, and Apple is being a bully. Apple has threatened to basically deplatform Patreon if Patreon doesn't use Apple's payment processors.
Wait a minute. Wait. What does Patreon have to do with Apple? I'm confused.
The app is on Apple Store.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, got you.
Yep. So, this is another like quick lesson, right? So, a lot of creators, they want to bypass the gatekeepers and be able to reach consumers directly, be able to get paid directly from consumer, be able to be paid from their content, right? A lot of people go to Patreon and say, yo, they'll paywall their content and get subscriptions and stuff like that. Joe Budden has a really big Patreon channel. Tim Dillon has a really big Patreon channel, stuff like that. Now, if Apple says, now we're not gonna carry your app because you're not using our payment process, we could drop you. That's a lot of bread from a lot of people who are gonna go who's gonna go missing, right?
Yeah.
And it's an example of how the illusion of independence with all of these things. Every one of these quote unquote independent sites answer to somebody else. Even the company we use for our membership, if their parent company says, y'all need to change y'all payment processes or we're going to drop y'all, we lose money too. And as much as we like to think we are like away from YouTube and stuff like that. So these are tech wars. These are white people warring together, but their wars are way different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not making diss songs. They are warring like,
boardroom wars. Yeah.
Boardroom war. You get what I'm saying? So
And
interesting
Malcolm,
stuff.
It also reiterates what I said. Choice is an illusion between those with power and those without.
Right.
So you can go independent. I'm choosing, but you're still going to use PayPal. You're still going to use Cash App. You're still going to use Zelle. You're still going to, right? So they have created the false illusion that you out there, but they're going to get their cut. You on these internet streets think you just out here independent? No, they're going to get their cut. You know what I mean?
And, real quick, Lord knows, shouts out. Yes, the founder of Telegram, he got arrested, right? So if you guys are familiar with Telegram, it's an app that has been really a proponent of free speech. There's a lot of, when those lockdowns and vid and people needed things to, move around and they needed a way to get things and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
People were communicating through Telegram.
Absolutely.
You needed somebody to sign off on something saying that you had something else. Like, people were communicating through Telegram.
Yes.
And he is dead serious about not censoring anything. Right? And I believe he got arrested. He's a French citizen. He's a French and I think Russian dual citizen. And he got arrested in France. He has been arrested. He was living in Dubai. And they got him because people are using it, and they're saying people are using it for crime. But I just believe they're afraid of people being able to communicate freely.
Yes. So they got to make an example out of him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Call him almost like a terrorist.
Yes.
That he's allowing these things to take place because they want to monitor and control everything. And when they figure out this blockchain thing where the government can sanction it, it's a wrap. I even heard Umar say the minute cash is no longer king, it's really over at that point, because if people can monitor everything you're doing and how your money is moving, you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of that, something else kind of segue. I'm on the road tonight. Mark Zuckerberg, he just wrote a letter to the Committee of the Judiciary, Jim Jordan, who's the chairman. And in this letter, he basically stated that since 2021, he has been working with the Biden-Harris administration to censor Americans, and he regrets doing so. Now, why does he come out now to say this? I don't know. And you know why? Again, we talked about why he was censoring Americans. People had information that they were sharing that they had to use Telegram for.
Yes.
But even in jest, if you made a comment about that, they were censoring you. They were deplatforming you and stuff like that. And Mark Zuckerberg, who's the founder of Facebook and Instagram, was doing that. And now he comes out to say he regrets doing that. And why he's admitting it and why he's regretting it, don't understand. But we will see what's going on.
That's a bombshell right there.
Yes, it is.
Because
that
what
just happened before we got on. Yes.
Right? We just couldn't confirm, but we knew. And so now he's coming out confirming that they were doing that. And this is how they shape thought, shape idea, and move, your energy around, because now your energy is something that's quantifiable now.
Right.
Through your finger work, it's an energy created that they can steer certain ways, move other ways, change the thought process of a lot of people. This is a dangerous time to be in.
Yep.
If you don't watch your thoughts, guard your thoughts, protect your thoughts, you have to be very careful.
Yep.
Tell me about the yacht that went down, Malcolm.
Oh, that Russian, that billionaire, right?
Yeah, Lynch.
Yeah, his yacht went missing, and they haven't found him.
No, like 8 people or 7 people died on the yacht or something. He was what is equivalent to Bill Gates in London, and
Guys.
he sold his company. This is just the gist of it, for $11 billion. The people who he sold it to felt that it wasn't worth that. Like he had flagged, got over on them. He went to court. He wins the case in America and abroad. $11 billion. So to go out and celebrate, he gets on the yacht with his lawyers, all the people who help him fight the case. The goddamn yacht goes down. His other partner, I forget his name, was out jogging his normal routine and got hit by a car and died. And so this speaks of something else.
Guys, billionaires don't just go missing on yachts, bro. Or like David yachts. Like the insurance, the security that billionaires have.
Yes.
Is like you would not believe, because they the money. Like you can't.
So I'm of the mindset, because even people who have yachts said that the way that they're saying that happened is almost impossible. I'm of the mindset that they on Epstein's Island and they staged the event so that he don't have to deal with that. Or they said a submarine is another way that could have took the yacht down. You listen, you owe somebody $11 billion and all bets could be off. So interesting story. Yeah, like submarine. Yeah. Interesting story.
Oh, they found his body.
Did they? Is it really his body? Okay. I'll accept it. Well, then I'll go with my original theory. You played some people for some money and they took care of you.
Yeah, he wasn't playing that.
Wasn't playing that.
Was not playing that. You guys heard about that rapper from Philly who got killed? His name is
he dug up the grave of one of his ops, right?
Yep, and they got him at the stops. They got him. The way they caught him was crazy. Like his car was on a 2-lane street. His car was behind a bus, and the other car pulled up beside it, let it go. That was it. He was stuck.
Yeah.
But like guys, if you watch his interviews, if you listen to him, he had come on, did we expect anything else?
He had a death wish. The mindset of this generation, all of that for attention. So the price of attention worth your life. I don't understand the trade-off on that in any capacity. Beyonce has a new liquor out.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it's a whiskey, isn't it?
Some kind of whiskey or something. I guess when the Cowboy album failed, get back to selling that liquor.
So it's a whiskey, and apparently it's for her like great grandfather, something to that effect. It's called, what is this called? Sir Davis
something?
whiskey. Sir Davis whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
this is what I will say. I don't think Beyonce has the marketing touch that Rihanna might have.
Could be true.
Right?
But that
like,
could be because Beyonce is more of an introvert as a Virgo.
Right. It doesn't.
You know,
it doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't like translate to one-to-one sales. Like if she puts her name behind it, because her fashion lines kept
That
failing.
Breonna
Like,
shit was a waste.
the Ivy Park stuff didn't really
Yeah,
work
that
out.
shit was nasty work. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what this is about. And I'm rocking with Uncle Nearest when it comes to whiskey.
You better
Black owned
believe it.
whiskey.
You better
I'm
believe
saying?
it.
Fawn Weaver. So that's just me.
Me too.
But we'll see how this does.
Yeah. So Scarface is hospitalized right now, and so is T-Boz. So we want to send well wishes to both of them. And I don't know all of the details of what happened to them, but well wishes to Scarface, and definitely well wishes to T-Boz.
Yo, real quick, I saw some reports that Diddy was actually an investor in Twitter when Elon Musk took it over.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So that means he's probably sitting on some more money than we realize.
If he is, we're not supposed to know about it.
Yeah.
So,
He's
so
pissed.
in that sense,
yeah.
they've given Diddy enough time, right? You've seen the episode of Chappelle. What time should we come arrest you? Come around noon because I got some punani. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they've given Diddy enough time to get his affairs in order. His financial affairs, all that.
Yeah.
Let me run a traffic light. They'll be done. I'll be doing the perk walk.
Yeah.
Right? And so everything Diddy needs, he's probably receiving counseling from people who've been to prison so they can give you the rundown. Like I gave you, Malcolm, do not eat the welcoming cupcake on the top bunk. That is not a free piece of cake. All right?
Yeah.
Because Bubba is going to want something for that. And so they're probably giving him the ways of how prison life works so that he can, when he does get arrested, and I'm hearing this coming in September, allegedly, that he knows how to go about the entire process, and he has enough money hidden away either through his mama or somebody, to make sure that he's good. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, I mean, we've given y'all a show, man.
Yeah, I think we smoked that.
Yeah, giving y'all almost 2 hours of a show. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. We appreciate. Tell a friend to subscribe as well.
Sandra Santos, thank you for the Cash App. Yeah.
It's Dot's birthday tomorrow, so hit his Cash App, please.
Yes, help a brother out.
Appreciate that. Help a brother out. He lost a lot of money in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.